everybody doing? What have we got here? We've had some reactions. I've shared it on my profile, Abigail, as well. So we might even get a few more interested people.
Oh, very good.
All right, let's put you on quiet so we can see what's going on. If you're there already, say hello, give a wave. Oh, we've got a cup of tea. And we've got Liz, Helen, and Dion. Hello, hello. How is everybody doing today? Have we had busy mornings, quiet mornings? Have we enjoyed the sun so far today? What is it that's been keeping you busy up until this lunchtime? Do you have your cups of tea? I've got mine. It's fresh, so it's hot. Abigail's about to get hers as well. Hello, Dion.
Good afternoon, everybody. Happy lunchtime.
Happy lunchtime.
I have done the JOX exercise. I had a fabulous supervision. Getting ready for my midpoint review.
Woohoo!
Yeah. So all is good.
Dion's got a green tea.
Oh, very nice,
cleansing of you.
Dion.
I like that. Ooh.
Hello,
Oh, that's yours.
mine.
This is my mug over here. So yeah, I only ever really have green tea when I'm.
Remind me what the benefits of green tea are again.
Go for it, Dion. What are the benefits of green tea?
Excellent.
Oh, cheers! Cheers all round.
Cheers.
Is green tea supposed to be cleansing and calming, or is that just me making stuff up?
No, I think it's supposed to be. Is it a detox? Is it detoxifying?
Oh, I think it is used in detox as well,
Peppermint
isn't it?
tea is for stomach and digestive system.
I like peppermint tea.
That's good for your digestion, I
Mm-hmm.
think.
Ah, fair enough. So for those of you that have read the blurb for this video, I've got a bit of a theme. In fact, detoxing.
Thought so. Thank you, Dion.
Meant to be good for your detoxing and metabolism.
Oh, very good.
There you go. I may fact check that. I probably won't. So for those of you that have read the blurb, oh no, first of all, I was going to say.
We'll believe Dion. Oh, Helen even.
Well, they've both gone for it.
Oh, they are, yeah.
Yeah, we've got detoxing and metabolism.
Excellent.
Sorry for yesterday, where we were coming towards the end of the program, as it were.
We were mute.
What was yesterday's theme again? I read something.
You read a blurb.
From Rise and Grind, and it doesn't really matter, which completely went over my head at the time. Clive, and you picked up on that one.
Correct.
Yeah.
Where's Clive today? Hello, Clive.
Where are you, Clive? We need Clive because we need suggestions for a song.
Oh, okay.
Which we'll get to. We'll get to later on.
I'm intrigued.
Those that have read the blurb will know what that's about.
I haven't read the blurb.
So
okay.
So sorry for yesterday. We were midpoint talking, and all of a sudden, all the comments were coming up saying that the sound had gone. So massive apologies for that.
Not cool.
Luckily, we had gone to the takeaway, which was look after yourself, because then you can look after others. So that was the key takeaway point there.
Yep.
And that's kind of all I wanted to say on yesterday, I think. Did you have anything to say on yesterday?
I have nothing to say about yesterday.
So today, I was going to talk about habits. In fact, I've scrolled too far up. Because, particularly in Wales, it was announced that, and it's probably going to announced at some point, that this lockdown is going to carry on a little bit
Wales
longer.
are on the ball.
Wales are on the ball.
England are dragging their feet because Mr. B is in La Opadal.
But luckily, he's doing well.
That's why I'm not bothered about saying it, because he is recovering, I'd say.
Yeah, he's recovering. So government ministers are all looking after what they need to look after, which is great. However, because we're now going to have this period of a little bit longer of where we are.
You're stuck with you and me for a bit longer as well.
Yay!
Aren't you happy?
I think we should have a few thumbs up for that. Show us your thumbs up. So what are we going to do now? Like, we don't know how long it is, so this is all speculative as to what's going on. Oh, we've had one thumbs up, two thumbs up, yay! 3 thumbs up.
Yay!
Thank you very much.
Hello.
Yay!
Thank you.
You're all very kind. So what are we going to do over this next period of time, this block of time? Now we know the circumstances, we know where we are. Hopefully now there's some processing as about to what's happened. If you're on Twitter, Liz, who's watching, shared a really good post about the trauma that people are going through at the moment, and it helped kind of put into perspective what was being felt. So by all means, I don't know if you can share pictures if you're watching a live, but
I do. I want the picture with the prime ministers. I want a bit of Gil Power on this show.
indeed.
That's what I'd like.
So do you want to explain what that picture is about?
Well, it's about all the female prime ministers of the world and how they have flattened the curve.
That they have.
Which is absolutely fantastic.
So one of my favourite people on the planet at the moment is Jacinda Ardern, I think your name is.
Fantastic. New Zealand Prime Minister.
The New Zealand Prime Minister. They have had one death.
One death.
And they have gone into lockdown, and they basically said, I'll post it in the comments after. Thank you, Liz. They've had one death from coronavirus. They're not immune from it. It is in the country. Let's just sort these wings out. There you go. But they went into lockdown sooner. Jacinda was very, very staunch on...
Women are ruthless, and sometimes to the benefit of the people.
Absolutely, yes. And but she was also compassionate in that she said, we will not consider herd immunity.
Thank the Lord.
Yeah, we're looking after our people. So she put New Zealand into lockdown, and as a result, they're looking at lifting their restrictions, and they're rolling out mass testing.
Fantastic.
Which is brilliant. And I don't know if we've got the image to show, but it was like Finland, Belgium, Denmark, Germany,
New Zealand,
and there must be one more because it was even.
6.
Oh, I can't think either.
I'm not sure.
I can't remember.
But they are fantastic prime ministers.
All their incidences are low, and they're doing really well. And Tom has just hit me with a blast from the past with some Glengettie tea. So whenever I used to go to Tom's flat in university, we would always enjoy a cup of Glengettie whilst playing NHL.
Fantastic, Tom.
Glengettie. It's not pronounced like that, but that's what I used to say. Glengettie tea.
Oh, very good.
So where were we? We were talking about we're going into this next phase. Hopefully, we're now we're 2.5 weeks in. We've got Easter coming up, so that's a nice distraction. Hopefully, you've got your chocolate already. If you remember, Jacinda, my favourite person, has said that the Easter Bunny is an essential worker. So hopefully, the Easter Bunny is roaming around the streets right now.
Yeah.
Taking his Easter eggs and giving you something to distract. Although I did see on Twitter someone's already finished all their Easter eggs.
Oh.
Because we're not going anywhere.
Oh dear.
However, we are, which is a key thing which I wanted to discuss about habits.
Oh.
So just to round off what I was just saying, so we've done these, what will be 3 weeks. The reactionary phase of this event that we're in is now going to come to an end. Hopefully the reactionary phase, the trying to process it, trying to understand what it means to me, what it means to my family. Hopefully that's all kind of unraveled, and we've got this
time to process it.
Yeah, and we're in this stability. If you're not at that stage yet, that's also fine. Keep talking about it. Hopefully we're helping with our little bits of insight. But one thing which I'm looking forward to doing over the next couple of weeks, again, we don't know how long it's going to be, is
the poshest students.
We were the poshest students.
Really?
Tom was actually in one of the brand new blocks as well.
Ooh, very nice.
Very, very fancy.
Lovely.
And yeah, so over these next couple of weeks, I want to focus on what have I enjoyed about the last 3 weeks, because I'm a silver lining kind of guy, and what are the things that I want to carry on when all of this is over and done with, which it will eventually.
It will end.
It will end.
It will finish.
And we'll get some semblance of normal again. So what I'm focusing on, hello Lauren.
Hello.
What I'm focusing on now is what are the things that I want to maintain, or what are the things that I want to build on. So when we're released back into the wild and not just on a sanctioned
scary thoughts walk. Right there, actually sort of going within 2 meters of someone out of your household.
I know, that's going to be weird.
That will be really, really odd.
And how some people are awkward at hugging at the best of times.
I am one of those people.
That is true.
I do not do PDA, public displays of affection.
You don't really even fist bump or
Nope.
No, there's nothing.
Hello.
Really. Hello. So there's going to be a lot of people. There's going to be the people that really want to hold on to everybody, and there's going to be people going, I was happy where I was, thank you. That's a bit, yeah, we are polar opposite in that
Completely
regard,
and
aren't we?
utterly. Me and my sister do not do PDA. We do not hug. We don't like to do sweetie and babe and stuff like that. And then we our two brothers are the most tactile people you'll meet.
Very much so.
Yeah, it's quite funny.
Yeah.
And they'll give us like big hugs that me and my sister despise. It's quite funny.
It is very funny. Oh.
Yeah. Get off me.
I think I definitely miss hugging. I am a hugger. And so these habits that I want to develop, some of them I've already started as part of my reactionary phase getting into this and trying to make the most out of the situation. So I've started waking up earlier.
He has, yes.
And hello, we've got Collie's on the line. Hello,
Collie.
On the line. So I started waking up earlier, and I started reading
It's
quite.
Tommy does.
Yes, I do. Waking up earlier and reading have been the two things which were very much personal decisions to me that I definitely wanted to do. The reading one, if you listened to previous episodes, I'd already decided I wanted to do, so that was really important to me. But the other things that I've really enjoyed out of necessity have been PE with Joe.
Excellent.
So the
Really
half an hour HIIT workouts, high intensity interval training.
Well done.
Thank you. PEA level.
Excellent. And I told him that. I was not PEA level.
No, you were not.
I was A level in getting very drunk and having fun.
That is a very good point. I was a late bloomer to the getting drunk scene. So HIIT with Joe, so PE with Joe is something that I've really enjoyed doing more than I thought, and also our early evening walks.
Yes, fabulous.
So those are two definite things that I want to carry on once all this is over and done with.
I'd like to say that I will definitely, but I'm going to say I probably won't, because I get up early anyway, and for work and school and things like that, and yeah, probably won't happen.
True. Because for some
I'd
people,
like to.
Yeah, because some people might not be possible. Like the habits that you're building up now, depending on the work that you're going back to, hopefully, is that might not be possible in the way that you're doing it now. So at the moment, PE with Joe. So I wake up early, I log in at 8 o'clock, and then I log back out to do PE with Joe, and then I log back in.
Mm-hmm.
And then that way, my day isn't impacted from working from home. I won't be able to do that if I'm turning up to an office at 8, 9 o'clock and be like, well, I've just got my gym kit in my bag.
Exactly.
And start doing some star jumps in the office, which I have done in the past. And I jumped onto the Sing With Us choir Facebook Live earlier with Paul, and he was making fun of my burpees because I've been known to do them in the office as well.
Why?
Because Paul does CrossFit.
Oh, super fit.
Yeah, and I don't do CrossFit. Hello. So he goes, right, and I often say stupid, silly things. So he's like, get down and do a burpee. And so I just kind of fall to the floor.
I'm actually quite good at burpees. You may not think it to look at this physique here, but I'm not bad.
You're not bad.
And I could do a good plank too.
Yeah, well, yeah, just doing up-down planks and wide and narrow, what are they called?
Press-ups.
Yes, press-ups and up-down planks.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little reunion going on down here. I love it. So they're kind of the things that I've already started that I want to carry on into the new world when we get out there. But there's also some other things that I want to also develop, and that's writing. And I want to write more. So for those of you who may not know, I do have a newsletter. I've started writing my first one, which was 2 weeks ago, maybe even 3 weeks ago, and then all of this kicked off, and I just haven't had that gumption to write since. So to everyone who has signed up and is waiting, it's coming, I promise.
Oh, well, I should think so too. I've been waiting a while, to be honest.
Have you signed up?
My God, I've signed up to something. I signed up to everything.
Yeah, so there's two different ones. There's if you bought something from the shop, that's its own mailing list.
I have done that.
Oh, there you go. You can get one of these hoodies.
Buy one. What's the website, Tom?
www.HelloTomDyerShop.com. And I wear this to remind myself that I might be in situations that are really uncomfortable, that I feel out of my depth, or that I feel that I don't deserve to be in a particular position. I accept those thoughts, and I persevere regardless. So that's why I have this. And I've just tried updating. I've now got a kids range, which has got the new logo, so it's not this one. So
That is the new logo, isn't it?
No. If you want to have a look at the new logo, go to HelloTomDyerShop.com and let me know what you think.
Well, I'm intrigued. I was looking at it the other night. It looks very similar to that.
It is very, very, very similar.
I know.
But the letters are...
Yeah.
Yeah, you see.
No, I see the HTT actually.
Then there is HTD underneath the T as well.
Oh.
Clearly.
I was asking you to do a burpee.
Oh, I didn't even see that. I think we all now want to see your burpees. Think if Miranda Sings went to the gym. It's that kind of body composition.
Oh dear.
Clearly ignoring the burpee request. So who made the request? It was Liz. When we're not at a table, I will do a burpee. I'll do a burpee for you, and I'll post it on another time. So when you least expect it, when you might be feeling down in the dumps, you'll see one of my burpees. So yes, hello Delith, hello Rachel. We've got a few extra people coming in today. So habit forming, there is a bit of an art to it, and there's a bit of a science to it, in the sense that a habit is something that we have to train into ourselves, and there are habits of not doing things as well, which is, I was thinking more Mr. Bean, very much Mr. Bean.
Back off with the insults.
I was going to say that's quite a childhood insult come back to haunt me. My family used to call me Mr. Bean when I was growing up.
Well, you used to call me a servant, so I don't know what you're talking about there.
Sorry, I'm late. What did I miss?
John.
John, we're talking about habits.
We're just waffling on like we do every lunchtime.
It's great. Oh, wait there.
Cheers.
Tea stop for John.
There you go.
So habits, there is an art to it, and there's habits that we do, and there's habits that we don't do, and the habits that we don't do can often be relatively damaging, because they're things that we do want to do. And I talked previously about motivation and taking action, and I'm just going to do a bit of these. And I've joined TikTok. I've been on there for a while, not just since lockdown, but there's a psychologist on there who was talking about motivation and taking action, things like that. And the best time to take an action is when you need to do it, whether you feel like doing it or not. And like doing these lives, when we first started doing them 2 weeks ago, it was kind of like, oh, do I really want to? Does anybody actually
Tom was
want
so
to
conscious about doing these lives, he would take himself away from me to do them.
Yeah.
Because he was so self-conscious about it.
Very much so. Very much so.
Then he got a little bit braver and went into the kitchen, and
Yeah.
I'd be hello!
Hiya.
And then he was like, oh, do you want to join in? So I was like, yeah, I got that.
Yeah, and that's how this has come about. But
Hello, Mike.
hello, Mike. Hello, Wayne.
Hello, Wayne.
So I'm hoping that a few of you are going to meet Wayne next week on one of these.
A new guest. I am interrupting. I'm always interrupting.
Mike's on to you. Thank you, Mike.
It's fun.
Yeah. So hello, Wayne. I'm hoping that some of you are going to get to meet Wayne next week for this little lunchtime.
And who is Wayne?
So Wayne worked with me on the Activate Your Life Affected by Cancer project, and that's all I'm going to really say, because I want Wayne to talk more about himself.
Yeah, but obviously I was just doing a bit of an introduction for the people that don't know Wayne.
I know, and I'm adding intrigue.
Yeah, that's fine, but you've got to give a little bit of insight.
Okay.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Would you like some more insight?
I don't need any more insight.
Okay.
I know Wayne's a good man and he's worth listening to.
He's a great man and he's full of wisdom, and I
There
can't
you
wait to share his insights with you
Fantastic.
out there. So yes, I'm really excited for that. But going back to habit forming, there is an art to it, and a lot of people will say the lives are. Oh, thank you, Lauren. In fact, someone has said, where was it? I think you need to try and carry on the Tom and Ab show.
Oh, who said that? Oh, Emily, thank you so much.
Thank you. So we must be doing something right. Thank you, Lauren, for saying so. We're doing our best. The whole point of this was to provide a distraction for what's going on in the world.
Adding a little bit of structure to your day.
Yeah,
Kind of.
exactly. Kind of. Whether it's 1 o'clock or 6 o'clock or 6:30 or 7, who knows? But with a habit, choose what it is that you want to do. That's the key thing. What kind of person do you want to be when all of this is said and done? One thing, would you like another guest? Oh my God, should we get Collie on here?
Absolutely, we'll have to get Collie on.
Tell you what,
that
Mum,
is worth tuning in for, people.
I'm tempted to get Mum to download the app
She is
now.
crazy.
Mum, download BeLive.tv on your phone, and if you can do it by the end of this chat, we will get you to sing a song at the end.
Be live. Do it.
So choose what kind of life you want to have when all is said and done that's within your control. Certainly your early mornings and your evenings, depending on how you work. Wayne is awesome. So
Really, Wayne?
Yeah, I say so it's true. And so choose what it is that you want to do, whether whether it's something that you're already doing through this, or whether it's something that you want to achieve over this next period of isolation. If you're there, if you're not at that space where you're ready to start being creative, I definitely wasn't. Other than these lives, I haven't done any writing. It's only in the last 2 days I've started playing my guitar properly. I was tinkering about.
We had a sing-song last night.
We proper did as well.
We had a genuine, like the Waltons-esque, a little sing-song.
We did. And
we should have lit a little fire.
We should have.
We should have.
It was brilliant.
Yeah.
So if you're, so look at the kind of life you want to have.
This is what happens when you get into lockdown.
You go a bit
Start
delirious.
singing together.
And like you were proper belting as well.
I was singing my heart
out. So figure out the kind of life you want to have. Figure out what those little habits are. So mine's waking up early. It's maintaining exercise regime morning and night. It's writing. Carrying on the Tom and Ab show if you can. Is it when you're in a house? Or is that a new hair trend?
Oh, bless you, Mike.
My hair is awful. I've got wings up here.
Maybe he should think about shaving it like the whole of the UK, practically.
No way, I'll be the only guy with hair left at the end. These are wonderful kills, Mike.
Can't you tell?
You just can't see. Like, look at that.
It's impressive.
That is quite long.
It's impressive.
So yeah, very windy. Where was I? Habits. So pick the ones that you want. And the good thing about the next, however long it's going to be, whether it's a week or 2 or 3, because they seem to be doing it
in 3 weeks. Yeah. Good one, Mike. Try and finish the joke in there. He's like, Shane it.
Typo. No, you'll be livid. In fact, I'll reshare the link to when I did shave my entire body, basically, for 10 of Us Cancer Care. So yeah, I had my chest waxed and my belly waxed as well. That was probably, I think that was my first ever live.
Oh.
Tom's a man of many hairstyles. See, ideally I'd have it short around here, but this was for a role that got cancelled. Never mind. So over these next 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it is, if you're in a place that's ready to commit to a habit, is to make that commitment to be like, this is what I'm going to do over the next 21 days.
Which we did.
Which, yeah, we have done. We haven't missed one Joe Wicks lesson yet.
We are amazing.
We've missed a handful of walks because of other bits.
Not even a handful, because it's not even like 5 fingers worth.
No, it's not.
2.
Yeah, 2. So
2,
like,
maybe 3.
That is what we do. We go out and we maintain those habits. So the thing which I need to do now is carve out time for more writing, because as you can tell from these and from the 10-minute the 10-minute recaps that I do on Instagram, and I've started posting here as well, is that I can talk a lot.
You don't say.
So it'll be nice to put some of those thoughts down in writing, and so you can read them at your leisure. Jack Sparrow. I wish it was Jack Sparrow. I love Jack Sparrow.
Alas, it was not.
So
who were you, Professor Plum or something?
So I was originally going to be James M. Barry for student film, who was the writer of Peter Pan. So I needed to be in keeping with the times, which is why it's not short on the side and back. So that was for a student film. And yes, I was due to be Professor Plum in Red Herring Theatre's production of Clue in Penarth Pier Pavilion, which is going to come back. So keep your eyes peeled. I'll let you know as soon as all of this is done. We'll be in there performing in Penarth Pier Pavilion. Looking forward to seeing you there. It was horrendous. The waxing, yes, it was. If you commit to a habit, and we've got this period of time that we've got to enforce that habit, It's hold yourself accountable to that habit, whatever it might be. Set an alarm on your phone.
Do the 5-second rule.
Yeah. If you get the thought to do your habit, do it.
Just do it. Don't even think about it.
Just do
5-second rule, do it.
Yeah, just go. Just do it. Hello, Laura. So that's my big advice on performing the habit, because once you do a habit long enough, even though it's really difficult, so it starts off really well because you're motivated. It's like, yeah.
Even if you're feeling a bit fat and lardy and exercise is the new habit you'd like, even if you just do 5 minutes, it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
5-second rule, get up, do a bit of stomping around or whatever, sit down. And then next week, do 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Gradually improve it.
Yeah. And what you'll see is that the first time you do it, your motivation is going to be up here. So your alarm will go off and you'll be like, yeah, I'm ready to do this habit, whatever it might be. And then day 3 comes around and the alarm goes off and it's like, oh my God, why? And it's at that moment that you need to be, I'm doing it anyway. And to tie it back to this lovely hoodie, you accept that feeling and that thought, but you think about the value of why you've
the long game,
why you've incorporated that habit in the first place, and the return it's going to give you, whether that's health wise or spiritual or whatever it is. Once you've committed to it and you know that that's what's going to be.
Well done, Liz and Dad's mum. No, Liz's mum and dad, even. I was like, what the hell am I saying?
Viewed over the first time this morning. Yes, go them. Get your heart rate moving. So your motivation will completely plummet. And we're very impatient as a species, and we want results straight away. And I was like, why is this habit so hard? It's something that I want to do. And it's just because it is. So you've got to drag yourself up and you've got to do it. You've got to find the time to do it. So literally put that in your calendar. I'm obsessed with my calendar.
Tom's a little bit too obsessed with his calendar.
I am, but
I'm old school. I write it on the wall.
You do, but I get shed loads done, so I'm happy with that. Hello, Katie.
I get enough done.
Yeah, well, that's fine. Can you suggest some good habits during lockdown? Bear in mind, I have a bad foot.
Do some seated exercises.
Yeah. So in fact, if you do tune into the Sing With Us live that was on earlier, Paul was doing pretty much chair exercises.
Very good.
But that's just a physical health habit. So one of my habits.
That's what she's talking about, though.
Well, can you just get some good habits during lockdown? Like,
bear in mind, I have a bad foot.
Yeah, but for everybody, it doesn't have to be a physical habit.
I'm just being specific to Colette Dyer.
Yes. But yes, chair exercises, limiting your mobility on the bad ankle. So doing a few arm dips, maybe.
Maybe do a hop.
Yeah.
Like a bunny hop.
Yeah. You'll have one really good leg. There's also on YouTube, there is people that are dedicated to doing things like chair yoga.
Mm-hmm.
So you're still stretching, you're still moving, and that might help anyway with any feelings or thoughts that you're having based on the situation that we're in the first place.
Yeah.
So you can enjoy that. So yeah, we're coming up to 28 minutes. So we're going to round this off with a recap. Hopefully, we've processed the fact that we're in this lockdown, we're in this isolation. It'll be 3 weeks on Monday. Can you demo some chair exercises, please?
How's that, Mike?
There you go.
Make some punches.
Yeah, you can do some punches.
Works your waist and your arms.
Yeah.
God, I should do a DVD.
Oi, Joe. And so yeah, so hopefully we've all come to terms with the fact that we're in this situation. We're now looking forward to the next situation, whatever it is. And we can now start looking about the life that we want to have when this situation is over. So during the next 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, however long it is, it usually takes about 30 to 60 days to really embed a habit. So this is your starting point. You'll still need to enforce that habit when we're out of this, whenever that might be. And commit to doing it every single day. And when your motivation starts getting lower and you start feeling, what's the point in doing this? Because it hasn't changed. So why am I doing this? It's because you're changing yourself for the long term in line with your values.
Don't procrastinate, just do it.
And what we've got here, we've got Mr. Motivator does exercises on 10 a.m. I remember Mr. Motivator back in the day.
Me too.
He does them sat down. Girls and I are doing a daily Disney art challenge. So if you want to get a bit creative,
love that.
Yeah, so you can look at that. So one of mine is writing. So that's what I'll be doing more of.
Mine's trying to get through my work, my studying.
Yes.
I'm horrendous at doing.
Very much so. And then tomorrow, so it's Easter weekend tomorrow. It's Good Friday. Bank holiday. So yeah, we get to not go to work.
Yay.
Unless you're an essential worker and work in retail. The essential workers.
Retail and care.
Retail and care. So what that means is that we probably won't do, well, we're not going to do a lunchtime. We're not going to do a lunchtime one. I wasn't going to do any on the weekend either. I probably won't be here on Monday either. So whatever time
it's just like, whatever. Yeah. Whatever, can't be bothered.
No, I'll be back on Tuesday.
Oh, hollybobs.
Back on Tuesday. So use this half an hour that you carve out to speak to us, to speak to an old friend or a family member or someone that you haven't connected with in the last couple of weeks or months. Someone who you've wanted to talk to throughout this period, but you think, I haven't talked to them for so long. I'm giving on Monday or tomorrow at lunchtime. I think you need to you should contact them. So that's something that I'm asking for you. Part-time, have a good weekend, guys. However,
isn't it? Shocking.
Tomorrow evening, I'm going live in another group, which I'm going to put live on this page as well. However, I need your help.
Uh-oh.
We need a song.
Oh.
Yes. So someone that I work with has put forward like an Isolation's Got Talent, and I was given the suggestion of doing I'm Yours from Jason Mraz, and I played it, but his voice is too high for me.
Awkward.
Yeah, and I don't really want to put people's Friday, their Good Friday on a downer by me going stretching and screeching for some notes. So what would you like to hear, either from myself or from Abigail, or even as a duet?
Ooh.
What's the first song that comes to your mind when you think of a guitar player?
I'm like Lauren. I've been threatening to teach myself.
I love it.
I'm glad you did it. Well done.
Amanda, I have to talk to someone this weekend. You don't have to.
Yeah, John. You're being forced to do it.
Yeah. Otherwise, I will find you in so many weeks' time, and I will chat. I will,
like 9 weeks' time.
What is it? Contact roulette or whatever it is that Radio One do. Yeah, and you just scroll through and like ring this person. I'll do that, John, if you don't do this. Look at Rock the Lockdown. You, Abs, and Liz should post on there. I've seen some of the performances on Rock the Lockdown, and
not keen.
Well, some of them are really good, and then some of them I don't know. Maybe it's time from A Star Is Born. Oh, I don't know. Do I know that one?
I don't know.
It might be one that I've already got. Maybe it's time. Yes, I do know that one. Someone's put a YouTube link up. I don't know what that is though. What is it? So maybe it's time from A Star Is Born. So yes, I do know this one. So Liz suggested this to me for ages ago, and I just kind of picked it up straight away. So that is something.
Here comes the sun.
Here comes the sun.
Very good.
Okay, I'll have a think. Because I get to play one song tomorrow.
I don't really know the words to that.
And I'll say, it's all right. It's the taking part that counts. That's the Olympic spirit.
Correct.
I'll need to listen to Maybe It's Time again, just so I get the rhythm for it. I think it was relatively quick though, if I remember. Any other suggestions before we sign off? If you can't think of anything now, you've got until tomorrow at 7.
I was going to do something like working 9 to 5. Tumble out of bed and I stumble to the kitchen, pour myself a cup of ambition and yawn and stretch and try to come to life. Jumping in the shower and the blood starts pumping out on the streets. The traffic starts jumping and folks like me on the job from 9 to 5. Working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living.
I
don't know, Mr. Blue Sky.
Do you not?
No.
So we know Mr. Blue Sky because it's a Sing With Us song.
Oh.
So I know the harmony for the male part. Hurricane Smith, Don't Let It Die. Let In Be. It's a shame that I think Mike's left us. So that's a shame.
Mike's just written there.
Oh, is he? Oh, no, that's what
That's
parents are.
it's the taking part that counts. The taking part that counts.
You're not wrong. I am able to play the guitar though.
He's very good, actually. Picks it up very good.
I do, but yeah. Great shout. Yes, Abby. Oh, see, Mike. Well, I'll leave that with you. If you think of any other songs, please do put them in the comments. And yeah, share this with anyone else that you think might find it beneficial, just to alleviate half an hour of their day, if they want to know more about habit forming, and if they want to hear Abigail sing 9 to 5. Your sister is a good singer. I know
Mike's
she
just
is.
winding you up. I know Mike's game.
I wasn't even trying.
I'll take the compliment.
I wasn't trying.
I'll take the compliment.
So yeah, so on that note, I did have the guitar behind me, but I just don't know, Abigail.
Do it.
Which
What
one?
are you planning on doing?
Well, I don't know. I was just going to see what people came up with.
I don't know.
Because I don't know, maybe it's time well enough to just pick it up and, well, I do, but I don't know the rhythm of it.
Just sing it.
Like,
sing it naked.
I know, but how fast, or slow does it go?
I don't know the song.
Right there. Let's see if we can get this. What am I doing? Maybe it's time. Bear with us, guys. Ab, speak. Say something.
Oh, I'm just waiting for Tom.
That was...
Oh, perfect. Yeah, he played that yesterday, actually. It's very good.
Yes, I can play that one.
Yeah. Well, I always say, it's got to be perfect. It's got to be worth it, yeah. Too many people take second best, but I won't take anything less. It's got to be, yeah, perfect. Woo!
Right.
Are you doing that? Woo! He's doing it.
Well, you've just done perfect, which was upbeat. So I'm unsure now. So I think we could leave it on perfect, actually.
Absolutely, it's a perfect day. Go and sit on the beach. No, not
no.
The beach.
Whoa!
Go and sit in your garden, even. Go and sit in the garden.
And if you do want to hear me sing or Abigail sing or a duet, depending on your comments and suggestions and how well I sound, because Abigail always sounds good, then tune in tomorrow be ready at 7. I think my slot is
Be ready. Maybe because it's late and it's evening, not a cup of tea.
Get a glass of
wine.
Or a gin for all you gins.
Or a bottle of Corona, maybe. Something like that.
There's plenty of that left on the shelves. Do a Ronan tea. Abigail, please. Right, you going to sign us out?
That's right, Emily. Correct. She's on point. More than ever, stay at home, protect the NHS, applaud all the key workers, not just the NHS, but also the care workers, the essential workers, the critical workers, every bad boy that's still working at the moment. Save lives. There you go.
There you go. See you at 7 p.m. tomorrow.
Woohoo!
Bye.
Bye.